I do this every fucking time I take road trips. I stay up 2 nights playing video games, sleep in, and leave way later than I want to. Alright, road trip is... I'm riding down to St. George today, but I was staying in Cedar City. So a friend of mine lives in St. George. His brother lives nearby in Mesquite. Friend hasn't been able to see Batman yet, so we're gonna go see Batman. The showing's at 3 o'clock. It's 10:20 now? 10:26? Almost 10:30. Hopefully I get there in time. Man, watching my video I uploaded last week, I am such an ADHD mess. I'm everywhere with what I'm talking about. I feel like I've gotten worse with that. Man, it's gonna be a boring ride. Basically, the intent of this trip was just to take a weekend trip. It wasn't really to meet up with the friend in St. George. I wanted to do kind of a scenic route, somewhat through central Utah, I guess. Southern Utah, like instead of just taking I-15 all the way down, go to like Bryce Canyon and take some cool scenic routes. But the weather isn't as nice as I'd want it to be, and we want to catch an earlier movie, especially since I've got to haul about an hour back up to Cedar City after tonight, so it's gonna be a long day. The thing about that though is taking the boring route. There's not going to be a whole lot to look at in this video, so I don't know how much I'll really record. So I got my my little podcast on, listening to past guests. It's I don't care, it's just car history stuff. Kind of also thought about like running all the way to Vegas, getting Pops Phillies and heading back to, I just don't have the time for that, I guess. That'd be cool if I could go and kind of take a scenic route on the way back home, but yeah, it's supposed to rain and be a little chillier. Not really my favorite things. Is to do a ride to St. George and on to Harley, where it's a nice view of this. I'm excited too, because for the most part it will just fit all my luggage in my saddle and my the luggage that's already on the bike. The thing that sucks though is these gloves are for warm weather. I have like wind blocking gloves and stuff there but they're in my car. My car is locked and I couldn't find the keys. maybe overkill, maybe not. I basically got Eagle gloves as backup. Oh, here we got a standard case of someone camping in the fast lane going 10 under the speed limit, somewhere near D5. What the feck? It's so frustrating because people go so slow passing each other. That's such a cool truck. Like, you can't look like mine. Alright, I'm in Cedar City right now. My GoPro died not too long ago. Haven't really missed out on much anyway. Okay, yeah, I'm glad I got gas in Cedar City. It's definitely more expensive here. St. George is apparently the fastest growing city in the U.S. We saw the Batman with the boys. It's the second time I've seen it. First time they saw it, so it's kind of fun to see what they thought about it. I personally like it a lot, so I can see why some people don't. I don't know, I think maybe because it's newer and it's got more like real motorcycles in it, I like it more than the Christian Bale one. The Christopher Nolan trilogy. I'm not a movie buff by any means, so a lot of times you'll ask me if I've seen a movie or drop some reference and I won't get it. I don't want to say like it's more realistic of a Batman, but it seems like more believable. I'll definitely go and hang out with Tool Menace here soon, I think. That's where I was going today. That is such a cool view. I feel like, see if I can explain this in a way that makes sense. I feel like the Harley, on paper they freaking suck. This thing's slow, it's heavy, bad brakes, bad suspension, but it's kind of hard to explain. It feels like it's more of a higher difficulty riding the Harley, because the risk is a little bit higher, because it's a little bit harder to ride, because it's heavier and the brakes aren't as good. They just feel like they have more soul because of it. Looking at the reason I wasn't a huge fan of the GTR, it made things super easy. It felt like and all the cool electronics is super fast and it's just really easy to drive. It's like a video game, like playing easy difficulty, it gets kind of boring after a while. So you want to up the difficulty to make things interesting again. And that shit just kind of sounds ridiculous. It tries to kill you a little bit more, and I wonder if that's why I kind of like this Harley more. A lot of people like the Harleys more, like the people that go for really cool street bikes and stuff. Like I've got my Yamaha CSM, which is a decent bike. Like FC9 and R1, all those really cool, great performing bikes. This kind of feels like those kind of bikes have a little bit less soul. Carport to the left. Parking that way. Oh, cool. This is convenient. Right. This morning in Cedar City, it's like 40 degrees. So I put these gloves on. They're a bit overkill, and they suck with dexterity because they're basically friggin' ski gloves. Someone went wide. Great way to start the video, almost getting front-ended. Anyways, I think I'll just conclude it here.